Hey everybody, it's Jansen here, and in today's video I want to talk about the hiring process of hiring a VA and duplicating yourself to grow your coaching, your hypnotherapy, your RTT, or even your NLP business. Now, as for a lot of you guys watching this video, and I often get asked this question, when is the right time to hire a VA? Is hiring a VA or a virtual assistant applicable in growing a business? And also, really, does hiring a VA actually do anything for the growth of your business? So I'm going to touch on all of these things today, plus I'm going to show you the process that we go through, why you do want to be hiring a VA, when you want to be hiring a VA, and what to look out for when hiring the right VA for your business. So let's begin. So off to the left-hand side here, I want to introduce you to what I call the entrepreneur dilemma. So as entrepreneurs, sometimes we have a bit of a control issue where we think we can do it all. So let's say, for example, you've set up your business, you start getting clients, you start making money, the systems are all set up, you have a constant flow of clients coming into your business, you're making money, but then you reach a point in your business where you find yourself sitting in front of your laptop or seeing clients for 6, 8, 10, even 12, up to 15 hours per day with a goal to continually grow your business. So one of the first bottlenecks that you'll experience in your business, and this is really across any sort of business, regardless of what you call yourself, is the bottleneck with time, meaning that the first thing you're going to run out of in your business is time. And it's usually at this point, if you want to grow and scale, we need to inject more time back into your business. So the way that we do this is we hire a VA. We outsource some work and duplicate ourselves so we're not pushing all the buttons. So if you're running into the entrepreneur dilemma where you're wanting to grow, but you're still stuck in that control issue where you're trying to do everything for yourself, only to realize that that is pretty much impossible, it's the perfect time to start thinking about hiring a VA, which I'm going to show you how to do today. Next, I want to talk about what I call a real business or a company. This is the way I want you to start thinking of your business, whether you're making $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, you're like some of our students that are scaling from 20 all the way up to $50,000 per month. You want to turn this thing, this coaching business, into a real business or a real company. What do I mean by the word real? Well, your business should be able to operate day and night with or without you, meaning that while you're sleeping, your business should still be operating. You should still have the ability for your potential clients to book strategy calls, maybe enroll in your online program and pay straight through PayPal. Any of the button pushing activities that can be done with or without you, meaning that your business can operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, this is also the opportunity to start thinking of your business by the time that you start taking holidays. You might take a vacation for a week. You might want to spend more time with your children and only work half your day. You never want to be turning your business off, quote unquote. Your business should be able to operate with or without you. And this is really what encapsulates a real business or a real company, a business that can run with or without you. And this again is where hiring a VA is going to come extremely handy for growing and scaling your business. So when do we hire a VA? Well, the best place to realize when to hire a VA is when you start to feel some sort of pain in your business, like loss of time. If you're finding each day that it's becoming tedious to post on Facebook, to send out organic outreach messages, to do your YouTube video research, to do content research, to book 15-minute calls or book strategy calls, whatever operations that you have in your business, anytime this is becoming tedious and you know how to do these things without thinking, this is important here, that you know what organic outreach message to send, you know what type of posting gets eyeballs on your content on Facebook, you know how to operate LinkedIn properly, you know how to book 15-minute calls. Essentially, you know what to do in your business because you've been doing it for such a long time, where you can pretty much document everything you do each day at every minute and every half an hour or hour of the day. This is the perfect time to pass this off to somebody else. However, do not make the mistake of just launching your business, then going out to hire a VA. You have to be able to document your daily activities so you can essentially duplicate yourself and hire somebody to do those things for you. So next is, so when you're feeling pain in your business or you're finding that some of the tasks are becoming tedious and you know those tasks back to front and they always prove to have the outcome as to why you're completing that task, pass it off to somebody else. Perfect time to hire a VA. Next is you want to hire a VA based on your current situation, not your future situation. So I see this a lot. I mentioned this just before. A lot of people, when they first start or launch their coaching or hypnotherapy business, they think I've automatically got to hire a VA. But the problem is that coach or therapist is not even busy. They don't even know what they need to be doing each day. They have no concept of how to get a client, how to do social media, how to use LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube. They don't know how to do the organic outreach. They don't know how to book strategy calls, 15-minute calls, whatever they're doing, whatever their operations are. A lot of the time they're just sitting back and thinking about what to do. Don't hire a VA at this point, okay? You want to hire a VA based on your current situation. You also don't want to start thinking into the future and think, well, I've just launched my business. I know in the future I'm going to get really, really busy. I'm going to have no time to do this, no time to do this, no time to do this. I'm going to hire a VA now. And this is the wrong way to do it. You don't want to hire a VA based on a fantasy future. You want to hire a VA based on your current situation. If you have enough time in the day to do all these activities that you know you need to do to get clients, do it yourself. When it comes to the point, like I said, a bottleneck with time, where you're running out of time, then hire a VA based on what's happening now, not what you think is going to happen in the future. There's no point spending money on a VA if you've got no work for them. It becomes stupid. Next, where do we hire these VAs? Well, the most common places to hire a VA, even where we hire all of our assistants, is from places like Fiverr or Upwork or Freelancer. Now, the problem here is regardless of where you find your VA, you have to know how to train this VA properly. So in our 100K coaching program and our Therapy Maximizer program, I actually train all of our students VAs. We have a highly comprehensive training pack, which means regardless of where our students hire their VAs from, we take them through a strict training regime. They have a comprehension test. They have several things that they have to do to show their worth as to why they'd be a great VA for our students. After we've done all the training and done all the tests and the comprehension tests, then we can nominate which VA is going to be the best help for our business and our company. So again, you've got to know how to highly train your VA. You don't want to hire your VAs and expect them to know what to do. I see this a lot as well, where the coach or therapist will hire the VA and tell the VA, okay, can you grow my social media profile for me? The VA says, okay. There's no further instructions. You're not telling your VA what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Without the what, when, and how, your VA is basically going to guess. And most people don't know how to use Facebook properly or YouTube properly or LinkedIn properly based on getting clients, because everyone's stuck in that social media world where they think it's just about showing up. As long as I post something on social media, I should be able to get a client. Well, that's the wrong attitude. There's a specific criteria. There's a specific process and a system to turn content into paying clients, to send out the right organic email or right organic outreach message to get the right clients. It's the right systems to get 15-minute calls booked and new clients booked in and that pay on the strategy calls. There's all these things that go into it. You can't rely on a VA that's never done this for you before or never grown this type of business before to think of all this stuff for you. So regardless whether you hire your VA at $5 an hour all the way up to $100 an hour, train them. Don't expect them to use their past experience or what they think is best for your business or your company. Train your VAs. And that's when it comes down to, as I was saying before, up here, a real business or a company operates day and night. You want to be able to document everything you do each day, every half an hour to an hour. You want to know what organic outreach message to use. You want to know exactly what to do and what to say in your post. You want to know what content to create, what Facebook Lives to do, how to upload YouTube videos and optimize those videos with SEO. You want to be able to write all this stuff down and document this so you can literally just hand this over to a VA and, as it says up here, duplicate yourself. The 3 VAs that I have in my company right now are actually right in the middle of hiring a 4th. They're like a complete duplication of me. They're exactly the same as me because I've shown them what to do. I've documented everything I do each day so they don't have to guess. They can literally just follow step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and they know what to do each day. And what this really does, it gives you a lot of confidence in the people that are helping you grow your business and your company. So if I take time off, I want to have a break, there might be some cognitive rest, I may not feel like working for the day, I know I'm not going to get a message from my VA saying, Scott, what do I do today? How do I do this? When should I do this? Because they know what to do. I could literally leave my VAs to do what they needed to do for 4 weeks straight without ever speaking to them. That's pretty commonplace. The only time my VAs really message me is if they've got some ideas that they want to try based on what I've taught them, okay? And this comes into not only looking for the right VA and knowing what VA is going to be right for your business, but making sure that the VAs that you hire have an interest in what you're doing. Maybe have an interest, like my VAs have a big interest in online businesses, and that's why we've hired them. They have an interest in the way that we help coaches and therapists grow their online business. So it's like we've made our VAs part of our business. I don't treat my VAs as I only pay you $5 to $10 an hour, that's just you. No, they're a part of my company. They're a big part of the reason why my company grows exponentially. And I can tell this from the fact that when they do talk to me, they're often coming to me offering new ways to do things, new ideas, new iterations. Scott, let's try it this way. Let's try this. How about we give this a go? How about we do this with your message or this with your YouTube channel? And what I like about this is they're using some initiative. They're becoming a part of my business and my company. They're taking an interest. So not only are they following the steps that I give them, but they're thinking outside of the box as well. And again, when you can get the right people thinking the same way you do in your business and your company, it becomes exponential growth for you, which is fantastic. So make your VAs a part of your team, a part of your business. Use incentive-based pricing. When they do a good job, give them a bonus, treat them like family, and they will always be there to help you in your business and your company. Next, we want to think about things like, is hiring a VA the right time for me? Is what I call $5 activities versus $2,500 activities. Let me give you the choice. If you had the choice to spend an hour on Canva creating a fancy image that you could put on Facebook, or an hour on a strategy call where you could close a $2,500 client, where would your time best be spent? So the way that I like to split up my activities, and I'll talk about more of what they are over here, is a $5 activity or a $2,500 activity. I mean, a $2,500 activity over the lifetime of your business could become a next $100,000 idea. It could be the one thing that makes you 6 figures or 7 figures and beyond from that one activity. But I know my time is not best spent on Canva, doing organic outreach, finding content for my Facebook. I know how to do those things explicitly, but I know I can also pay somebody else to do it just as good as me, if not better, once I give them a set of steps. Again, documenting everything we do. So you want to split up your activities. Is this activity worth $5 to me or $2,500? And your time is best spent obviously on the $2,500 and beyond activities. The rest can go to your VAs. And like I said, I'll talk about how I've split that up here. Next is you want to think about your VAs as duplicating yourself. You should see yourself in your VAs. Once they're highly trained, they should basically be a duplication of you. They should know what to do, when to do it, and have no problems doing it. There shouldn't be any issues, any concerns. So when I'm training my VAs and I'm hiring my VAs, I'm trying to make them as a clone of me because I know what I'm doing. I don't want any gap in their comprehension of thinking, should I do this for Scott? Do I need to do this? Did he mean this or did he mean that? No, they know what to do every single day. They know what to do during their working hours, one step at a time. And again, that leaves me with a lot of trust in these VAs as well. Lastly is once you've hired your first VA, you might find that you just have a VA for 1 hour a day. You might have them part-time for 3 hours a day. You might have some full-time VAs. Then you want to start thinking about how can I duplicate my second VA or my third VA? And the way that we did this is I spoke to my VA and I asked her, do you have any friends, families, or colleagues that could actually become a VA as well? They're looking for some work. Now, the reason I did this is because she is my A-team VA, okay? She is a big part of why my company is so successful. So what I asked her to do was find somebody else just like her. When you think about it, if you've got an A-star, like an A-team VA, the VA that just kicks ass when it comes to your company, they're always going to hire or look for somebody that's the same as them. And they're always going to want to duplicate themselves or you at another VA because you put a lot of trust in them. They're a part of your company. They want your company to grow. So the way I think about it is A-star VAs will always hire another A-star VA. If you have a VA that really doesn't follow instructions, makes mistakes, is constantly asking you the same question all the time, if you had that VA hire somebody else, they would hire another person just like them, and the mistakes would continue. So if you're looking at hiring your second or third or beyond VA, always try and hire in-house first. Always ask your favorite or your main VA to find somebody else just like them. And that's what we went ahead and do. And we're in, like I said, hiring our fourth VA now, and that's what our main VA is doing right now. So this is the idea, the frame around hiring a VA and when you want to duplicate yourself into a VA. Now let's talk more about these $5 activities versus $2,500 activities. So what should you be concentrating on, and what are the main things that are going to build your company? What are the activities that you don't want to pass off to somebody else, and what are the activities that you should be paying somebody else to do for you? So up the top here, I call these my 7-figure tasks. So my time is best spent on long-term company vision, like the long-term strategies and goals that I have for my business, not the immediate things like what should I post on Facebook every 3 hours. This is the long-term company vision. So if I spend all day thinking about what these things are, mapping out the process to, achieve massive and scary goals, these are the long-term company visions where right now it doesn't seem like I'm doing much, but in the long term, this could take my company from X all the way through to Y and achieve these big goals, achieve this amount of money, have these successful students. This is where my time is best spent. Next, and I've underlined and made a couple of things bold because these are really important to my company: student support. Okay, everybody knows that when they join my 100K coaching program or my Therapy Maximizer program, support of our students, support of the therapists, the coaches, the NLPs and the RTTs that we have in our company and on our training programs is the #1 priority to us. Making sure that all our students feel heard, making sure that all of our students know that they can access me, they can contact me directly, they can speak with me directly. So I've got to make some time for these things each day, and believe it or not, I could spend an entire 8-hour day just talking with my current students, because long term, that's going to have benefits for them, but also for my company as well. Program upgrade. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just upgrading one of our 100K coaching program modules, which is actually about hiring our VAs, where we put together a comprehensive training pack. We're training all of our students VAs. We're showing them where and how to do it, how to get the right VA, how to train them, how to duplicate them. We've actually just upgraded that part of our program because long term, that's going to satisfy more goals in my company and their success as well. Facebook support group, making sure that all the questions in the Facebook support group are answered by me. I never really liked the fact that when you join a training program that you ask a question in a Facebook group, but the main mentor, the person who created the program, has hired another coach or somebody else to answer those questions, like a second guessed questions, like a second guessed answer, sorry. What I like to do with my Facebook support group is I'd rather hire a VA to do all the other work for me, which frees up my time so I can answer all those questions. Because why? Because I created the content. I created the training program. My students are sometimes paying for my support, not somebody else that I've hired. Student strategy calls. As a part of our program, our students know that they can book strategy calls with me whenever they want to. Okay, there's no limitation. I need time in my company to be able to do that. That's why I pass off the $5 an hour task to a VA or several VAs so I can free up that time. Another important thing is overall student happiness. Are my students happy? Are they having fun? Are they building their business? Are they achieving their goals? Do they have access to me? Is there any unhappy students? How can I support them further to make them happy? Student happiness overall in my company is the overarching goal, to making sure that everyone has an incredible time growing their business. Because I realized, even for myself, growing a therapy and a coaching business can sometimes be quite lonely. So making sure our students feel like they're a part of a community. And again, I need time in my company to be able to give that support. System improvements for my own company. How can I make my company run smoother? How can I adjust and iterate the certain systems in my business to make it run smoother and overall achieve my goals, bring in more income, bring in more happy students where I can give more time to the new students. Next is R&D, or research and development. What can I do? This really comes down to the program upgrades, but what could I be studying? What could I be doing to improve the things that I can teach to my students? And lastly, cognitive rest. If I need to take a couple of days off here or there, this is going to be overall better for my health, better for my overall sanity as well. But I've got to make sure that I've got time to do this. So this is what I call my 7-figure tasks. Down the bottom here, I've sort of duplicated myself 4 times here. And these are $5, what I call $5 per hour tasks. Doing things like organic outreach, social media, running my email campaigns, YouTube research, booking strategy calls, audience buildings, email campaigns. All of these things can be taken care of by somebody else. Why? Because I have documented the steps, step by step by step. I have mastered all these things myself. It's an important point. You don't want to be hiring a VA until you've mastered these things. If you want to start doing organic outreach, what's the message that you're going to send to your potential clients to get them on a strategy call? I can't say to my VA, hey, this is what I want to do. Can you come up with the message? Can you think about what to do and you think about what to say? No, because now they're guessing and they're never going to get it right. So it's actually going to cost me money short-term and long-term. So once you've mastered all these things, and you can literally do these in your sleep or with your eyes closed, it's now time to pass it off to somebody else. And if you're unsure what task to give them, think about your $5 per hour task. Where are you going to make the most money and have the most success? Creating something on Canva, which is a little bit fun, or doing a strategy call that's worth $1,500, $2,500, $10,000, depending on how expensive your package is, or your offer or what you're selling. You can tell where your time is best set. So as an example, why I'm working on my long-term company vision, while I'm helping my students with their support, while I'm doing program upgrades and making sure my students are happy, just like right now, my VAs are working on my company. They're doing all of the things right here that they're paid to do, and they're just following a step-by-step system. And this is how we duplicate ourselves when hiring a VA. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the process that we go through. Obviously, in a high amount of detail, this is part of the training that we give our 100K coaching program students. But that's an overview of what we're looking for. When it comes down to it, guys, if you want to grow a real coaching or therapy business, and you're running out of time and you know that you've been documenting all your tasks and you know that you could pass it off to somebody else, and you're thinking long-term in your growth and your own success, it's now time to think about hiring a VA. But make sure this criteria is correct. Don't hire people based on future assumptions. Don't hire people or VAs and think, well, next year I'm going to launch a program. I think it'll make me $1 million for my first launch. I'm going to sell it at $10,000 here. I'm going to get X amount of people, then I'm going to have to do this and make this funnel, have this support, do this. If it's not happening now, don't hire people based on your future goals. Hire people based on today. If you're not at a stage or you're busy enough to hire a VA, so be it. You don't have to hire a VA. The success of your company is not through the VA. The only time you have success in your company is based on what the VA can do for you today, if you're at a place where you'd need it, not some fantasized future. So folks, hope that was informative. Like normal, if you have any questions about this, please reach out to me personally or just comment below. Always try and answer those questions personally. Best of luck hiring your first VA and scaling your business. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.